Things are heating up, right, Akuro? Let's keep watching.
Bro, do you genuinely think this kid actually wants to keep making YouTube videos? I mean, look at this kid. It looks like he genuinely doesn't fucking care about anything anymore. And I mean, shit, if I had $100 million net worth, I don't think I would care either. Audience, today we have a lot to go over regarding Ryan's reviews or Ryan's world. If there's anybody that should be considered a veteran on YouTube.com, it's this kid. From making YouTube videos ever since he was 4 years old to now he's almost 13 years old and still making kids content for 5-year-old kids. What? There's definitely something going on here. Recently, Ryan and his parents were on a podcast where they were asked a bunch of questions about Ryan's World's YouTube channel. How exactly it blew up, what their plan is for the future, and what exactly does Ryan think about everything. And let's just say the podcast, I have a lot to say regarding a lot of different things that I think should raise some concern. But before we get into the podcast, I think it's pretty important that I show you a few videos of Ryan in his recent videos that he's been doing, just to show you about how not passionate this kid is about his YouTube channel.
99,998, 999,999, 1 million. Morning workout complete. I'm ready for superhero school. While I head to school, check out this clip from Ryan's World, the movie, Titan Universe Adventure.
I don't know about you, audience, but to me, this kid just doesn't look engaged in his content anymore at all. Which, in case if any of you guys are wondering, no, this video is not to criticize Ryan. I'm not making fun of Ryan at all. This dude made $11 million at 6 years old. I can't say nothing. This dude has more aura than me. But I really want to drive home the point to you guys. Does this really look like somebody that's happy doing what they're doing right now? Through the whole recording the YouTube videos, through all the money that he's making. When you have so much of something, it starts to not matter that much. And you could read that exact expression on his face. He does not look happy.
Hey, Evangeline.
Hey, Ryan.
Thank you so much for being in the movie.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to see it when it comes out August 16th.
Tell everybody about the character you play.
You know what's so ironic about these memes, audience, is the captions on screen. Just let bro retire. Y'all, I don't think he wants to do this anymore. If it's not just me that's able to pick up his facial expression showing that he doesn't want to do these videos anymore, then clearly there is some truth to be told. Audience, close your eyes for a second. Imagine you're 12 years old and your mommy and daddy is forcing you to review the new fucking Transformer action figure from Walmart. While at the same time you're going through puberty, you're starting to get more attracted to women, or if you're a girl, you're getting more attraction to men. You're starting to have voice cracks in your voice, you're starting to have acne, you're starting to have a bunch of different interests in the world, and admittedly enough, you're about to go through the most edgy phase of your life. Does this really look like the time of your life where you want to be doing the same shit that you were doing since you were 5 fucking years old? So when I see these captions, it does make sense. Yeah, he doesn't want to do this shit anymore. And you could read that on his face. But anyways, with that being said, we are gonna check out this podcast, which in my opinion, audience, raises a lot of concern for Ryan, not the YouTube channel, Ryan himself. Let's begin.
You're on track to be a teenage billionaire.
Holy shit, talk about an intro to a podcast. Yeah, so Ryan, you have been doing YouTube videos for, since you were about 4 years old. How does it feel to become almost a fucking billionaire? Bro's just looking at him like, fuck, dude, you're right. But seriously though, talking in retrospect to what we were talking about just a second ago, to summarize Ryan's World's career in recent times, he is almost a 13-year-old kid and has almost $1 billion in the bank account, or at least on track to be. Motherfucker made $11 million at 6 years old. He's about to enter his adolescence. He's about to enter middle school. There's a lot of changes that's about to happen to Ryan, and yet he is doing the exact same content that he has been doing since he is about 6 or 7 years old. I don't know about you, audience, but as I got older, especially around 12 and 13 years old, I no longer cared about playing with Higglytown heroes. I wanted to play Call of Duty. So the question is, if you have all the money in the world, remember audience, $100 million net worth, you have all the bread in the world, there is no more reason to build the bank account in Ryan's World. So if this kid truly has other interests in mind, which he definitely normally does, being almost a teenager, why the fuck is he still doing kids content? Just think about that throughout this video.
When I first look at Ryan and his fans and his content, what I noticed was, often the YouTubers were seen as affiliator, people who promote other content or other brands. But when I see Ryan and his fans, I feel like Ryan himself or his channel itself is a brand.
I'm not too sure if you caught that, audience, but that is a crazy sentence to say. You're Ryan, right? You're about 6 or 7 years old, and your parents are looking at the YouTube channel of them filming you with a little shitty iPhone, and they're sitting here like, holy shit, this could be a brand. Let's make our 6 or 7-year-old son, which probably doesn't even know how to tie their own shoelaces yet, let's make it a brand. Let's make it an actual job for Ryan. And sure, audience, you can give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they started off this YouTube channel maybe not being a brand. They intended to just be a family channel. Yeah, well, with what he just said, all that shit just goes right out the fucking window. This dude low-key just gave away basically how this whole channel is ran. This is like some cash cow brain rot like Lanky Box or Dung ABC. This kid, since day one of acknowledging what an action figure is, was exposed to the corporation mindset. That's not very fucking healthy.
And when we noticed that, we thought it's something that we can scale it up and then with support of the production team.
And you know what? I think that is actually some of the problem regarding YouTube today. YouTube's motto back in the day used to be broadcast yourself. If you were making a YouTube video, you were making a video that was made by you. Back in the day, audience, there wasn't no team of editors. There wasn't no thumbnail designers or anything like that. It was mainly you and only you that was making videos. Now, I'm not saying that it's bad to have an editor or a thumbnail designer. Shit, I have a thumbnail designer. Shout out Numa. But this idea of scaling up, okay, we gotta scale up the videos, gotta add more budget to the videos, gotta make it as crazy and stimulating as possible. Is this really gonna be healthy, exposing to a kid at about 5-6 years old and forward, bringing in his childhood and his adolescence years into the hands of a corporation? Like, does that not sound shitty to anybody? Ryan is being used by his parents. It's as simple as that.
Was there a number that you're like, we want to make this much off of YouTube before we're comfortable making it our full-time profession? Or like, what did the finances look like of the YouTube channel at that point?
At the time, it was way beyond our salary. So
It was already there while you guys were balancing it with your jobs.
I
Correct.
mean, what
When
we
we
made
started-
in 1 month was way more than I could have made in a whole year. So even that was the risk we're willing to take, because even if the YouTube thing didn't work out, we still have the backup saving that we got from YouTube to try to, keep us going while we go back to our regular job.
There's no way that these two parents quit their jobs to record Ryan playing with toys. I get it right. Ryan is making a fuckload of money off of YouTube when he was 6 or 7 years old. $11 million. Let me keep bringing that up. But at a parent's standpoint, do you not feel at least a little bit guilty taking the money from your child to pay the bills? Like, the kid is 6 years old. He doesn't even know what the fuck money is at the time. I don't know if the video said it, but Ryan's mom was a teacher and Ryan's dad was an engineer. The yearly salary for Ryan's dad at the time was about $100,000, and Ryan's mom as a school teacher was making anywhere between $40,000 to $70,000 tops. What I'm saying is that they had stable income. They could have paid the bills just fine. I get that you quit your job and you recorded Ryan to keep on playing with toys, but come on, dude, your son didn't even know what money was at the time. Let him keep it. You were making stable income, and I'm looking at your videos right now. This takes almost no effort to do. All I can say is that you two could have kept your jobs and been eating perfectly fine and not been leeching off of your son at 6 years old. Just saying.
You're right now 12, 13 years old, if I recall.
12, yeah.
Like, was there a moment that you're like, oh, what we're doing as a family is different than other families?
Yeah. I realized when people recognized me and they're like, hey, you're Ryan. I just realized that we were famous off of it and that it was a thing that people didn't normally do.
Yeah, but we want to make sure, the YouTube doesn't become just majority of Ryan's, daily life. So one thing we prioritize was his schoolwork and in his private life.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really fucking matter that much when you recorded literally all of his most embarrassing moments and put it on youtube.com for everybody to see. I know, guys, we're such good fucking parents that we totally don't broadcast our kid on the internet for everybody to see and show all of his most embarrassing moments. Listen, I know some of y'all in the audience have got parents and they love to post some embarrassing shit about you on their Facebook. You don't fucking like it, do you? When you're 12 and 13 years old and you're looking back at some old goofy photos of you, it's not something you ever like to see. I look at pictures of myself from 2 years ago and I fucking cringe. So if you were all about Ryan's privacy and not showing his daily life, well, you kind of fucked up there. You're about 7 years late to this realization, buddy.
You guys are doing so many different things. I'm wondering if you could break down the pie chart of Ryan's world in terms of, like, you guys have products, you guys have the show. You guys made $30 million last year.
Motherfucker, huh? $30 million, ladies and gentlemen. That's like 6 fucking Bugatti Chirons. Completely aside from shitting on Ryan's parents, but dude, this motherfucker's making some funds. This kid doesn't have a bank account, bro. He is literally the fucking mint. Now, granted, when you have $100 million in your bank account, it doesn't really matter that much. As I said, when you have more of something, it matters less. But dude, all this money, and I sure damn hope that most of it is going to Ryan, which, if you want my honest opinion, I don't fucking think it is. Audience, throughout this entire video so far, have you actually seen Ryan say a single word? Do you really think that that is a coincidence? Just putting that out there.
What's the biggest AdSense check you've gotten in a month?
We do YouTube for kids, which the AdSense rate is a lot lower than the general audience. So.
Yeah, you'll be shocked how low the rate is, ad rate is.
Notice how they just so nonchalantly dodged the question. Come on, guys, spit it out. See how much money you got from making your son play with fucking toys. I want to hear the number that made you quit your engineering and teaching job that both of you had to go to college for, so that you could record your 6-year-old son playing with Buzz Lightyear on your iPhone 4. Please tell me. Shit, I guess we'll never know the answer.
Ryan, I'm also curious, you're on track to be a teenage billionaire doing YouTube. But I remember being your age and just changing my mind every day in terms of what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wanted to be an astronaut, then I wanted to be an NBA player. I'm curious, what do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be like an animator. I think it's really fun to do because like the drawing and then like at the end you get to see the whole thing and see what you've liked.
And you know what, audience? All of us should support him in doing that. If this dude wants to be an animator at the end of the day, I honestly root for him, because I know that this kid doesn't enjoy dressing up in weird, goofy costumes for YouTube videos for 5-year-old kids to watch. I mean, seriously, we should support him. Look at this kid's face. He looks scared to even give out his own opinion about what he wants to do. It really is sad, especially considering what Ryan's dad said like a minute later in the video.
Is there a day where the YouTube channels will be fully animation? Like, Ryan, are you going to keep making YouTube videos, given your interest to be an animator and maybe go behind the camera, like as you get older?
I think I will keep going for a while, yeah.
This whole clip is just to me. This clip was like Ryan starting to give his opinion on what he actually wanted to do, and then his dad looks over at him, and then he looks at his dad with a bit of a hesitant smile, and then he's like, I'll keep going. I'll keep going for a while, making actual YouTube videos. It just looked so passive-aggressive, like he was pressured to say that.
He might not think, I don't know how he feels about college, but we have expressed that that's the goal that we want for him, is to attend college.
No offense, but like, what the fuck do you need college for? Your child has $100 million in his bank account and you're still trying to push college to him? You know how fucking out of place you're gonna be whenever you're in a college classroom full of fucking brokies, and your $100 million ass walks in there because you want an animation degree? Ryan is already established he's a mega celebrity and he wants to be an animator. The only reason somebody would go to college to get an animation degree is so that they can have the qualifications to get hired at a big animation corporation. As far as I'm concerned, Ryan is only gonna care about his own brand. So what in the Timbuck fuck is a college degree gonna do whenever you are literally building your own business? The fuck you gonna do, hire yourself and require your own degree? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm curious, I mean, there's like people creating wealth, and I feel like you guys have created generational wealth. How do you think about the future of that as a family?
So trust fund and the multiple different the wealth management groups who oversee Ryan's finance. So there's a lot of kid talent. You see on the news that they regret how money was managed when they were little. So that's one thing we want to make sure is when he grows up, his assets are maintained and even grow.
This motherfucker really just said that they have money management groups to bind Ryan's finances so that he doesn't spend it all. Bro, why would you think that Ryan's gonna spend all of his money? He's literally hesitant to say a sentence around you. If this kid is hesitant to say his own opinion around his own parents, I think he's gonna be pretty hesitant to how he spends his money around his parents too. Kinda crazy, but okay.
Well, I mean, you guys are doing a lot of that as well, just for a different demographic. You've obviously reviewed a ton of toys. Like what makes a good toy, or what's been your favorite toy to review recently?
I think toys like that you can play with for a long time, like fidget toys, are just really fun because you can fidget with them.
Bro just asked a 12-year-old boy what his favorite toy is. Audience, you can answer this question with me too. When you were 12 years old, or if you are 12 years old, or if you're about to turn 12, are we really interested in fucking action figures and shit? Because I remember when I was 12 years old, I threw all that shit away. The only thing I used to occupy my time when I was 12 years old was like Halo and Call of Duty and Minecraft. I don't know, in my opinion, I think this dude's saying what his favorite toy is. I think it's such cope. This dude doesn't like toys. He likes Call of Duty. How do I know this? It's because I was 12 years old once too.
I'm curious, do your friends also say they want to become YouTubers? Like, do they want to like do other jobs? Like, what do your friends think and say about what you do on YouTube?
They think it's like a really cool job, and some of them like want to try how they could do it, I guess. Yeah.
Have you ever helped your friends make videos?
Not really, but I just give them advice if they ask me.
What kind of advice?
Just like, do what you want to do.
Really ironic, the advice he gives is do what you want to do. That totally doesn't echo anything to me. Once again, audience, look at these clips that I'm showing on screen right now. I think I know why he's saying do what you want to do. Please do what you want to do. Don't be like me and be forced to do this shit.
Do you ever look at the YouTube Studio app, or do you ever think about the views of the videos? Or
No, I never really look at the analytics.
yeah, do you guys?
We do, yeah.
For somebody that likes to do what they want to do, you would typically think that you would like to look at how your videos are performing if you put them out on the internet. Once again, guys, another personal experience. As somebody like myself that is passionate about making YouTube videos, when I post a new YouTube video, I am looking at the stats like every 30 minutes. And why do you think that is? It's because I care about what I do. If he was a little bit more invested into YouTube, I think that he would care a little bit about the stats rather than reading a script that a corporation is gonna tell him to do. He doesn't fucking care about YouTube. He cares about other things. I don't blame him for being at least a little bit burnt out from YouTube. I would be too if I reviewed toys since I was 6 years old.
Yeah, if he came to you and said, "Hey, Dad, I want to be an engineer. Mom, I want to be a teacher like you," I don't want. What do you say? Like, it's okay to like leave all of this behind if like Ryan were to call it quits? Like, what would happen to pursue something else?
If he finds his passion, we all full support it, and whether it's outside of YouTube or not, we don't really mind.
Why do I feel like that is so cap? Honestly, dude, if he doesn't want to do those videos anymore, just let bro retire. The bills are already paid for generations. He literally looks worn out in every single video. Honestly, if bro just wants to kick up his feet and relax for a while, then let him do it. But anyways, audience, that's it for the video. Let's get to 5 mil.